put me in a position to be a blessing to someone else. And one of the scriptures that the Lord showed me was in Psalm 119, and it says, before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now I have kept thy word. And then it goes down further to say, it is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. And it doesn't sound good at all, but someone came to me later, and way later, right? Because this was from a year ago, and apologized and said, I haven't been there for you. I haven't helped you while you were going through. I wasn't supportive, and that was wrong, and I'm sorry. And I said, you know, I'm not gonna hold that against you, because before it was me, I didn't do it for somebody else. But since I've been afflicted, now when I see a person struggling, I'm different. When I see a person grieving, I'm different. I understand now what God needs for me to give to people who are hurting or who are grieving. But I didn't get it while I was walking around having my own pity party, and I definitely didn't get it when life was good and everything was awesome. So I had to feel the hurt a little bit before I realized that there was hurt going around and I wasn't helping with it. And I realized that I had the Lord in my life, and that was me being blessed, and I was in a position to be a blessing. And I needed to take my focus off of what other people were supposed to be doing, because the Lord was trying to show me what Sylvia was supposed to be doing. Am I gonna walk around with everybody else trying to say, Coneshia, when you gonna help me? You ain't call and see if I was okay. You didn't ask me, did I need something?
You can, but you probably ain't gonna get the answer the answer you want. Probably gonna make it worse.
Exactly.
What happens when we get upset? I'm like, oh, well, now I got to tell you, because you should have. Why didn't you? You better.
Right.
You need to. And then people be all on the defensive side. Now, whatever they wanted to even think about doing in the future, you know. It goes back to the compassion. We just gotta have it.
We gotta have
all ends. And it goes to show how much God cares that we have compassion for one another, because He brought attention to you how there was a lack in the body of Christ. I want you to take note of this. I want you to take note of this arm that was scratched when you were walking by and you didn't realize it until you rubbed it. I'm like, oh, I got a scab there. So now her attention is drawn to the fact that people grieve and they need this. Now guess who can do something about it?
Right.
Versus just going on about life. Because like you said, you know, people, they're just moving, they're just living, and you know, we forget about other people in the body sometimes, and that there are greater needs outside of you and what you're going through.
My pastor said this, and it was a slightly, I thought my eyes were open, but I keep getting them opened all the time now. But that day I thought I was woke, but I've been waking up since.
You was hitting snooze.
I was hitting snooze.
You was up, but you pressed snooze.
He said, we're not saved to save ourselves. We're saved to save others. And I was like, no, I'm trying to get to heaven, right?
I gotta get there too.
You know, our role in the body is, again, to love others as ourselves, to teach people about Jesus, to share God's love in the earth. And so if it's just about me, then I wouldn't have to do them things, right? So we are blessed to be a blessing. And while I was sitting around waiting for everything that I thought was supposed to come to me and mine, what God was saying through my affliction is that His law was that I would do for others and He would take care of me. You know, I didn't get to do Christmas the way that we normally do it, but do I look like I lack for nice things? My lights have never been turned
off. It ain't gonna
on.
be the same this year either.
It ain't gonna be the same.
For nobody.
That's true. And think about that this year when you are celebrating or modifying your celebrations of Christmas and Thanksgiving, instead of us focusing on how we always do things and how it is for us, how can we be a blessing? How can we, now that we're all afflicted, how can we learn more about God's statutes? How can we learn His ways and what His desire is in the earth? I guess I got the prerequisite class.
Yeah.
Last year.
So she's gonna be able to help everybody else out.